So Tom, story about Niki Lauda. Tell us what the name means to you and what does Niki Lauda mean to you?
I mean, Niki Lauda is one of the legends and obviously a world champion and a fantastic name in motorsport and one of the drivers who's still alive today who could tell his story.
And what story is it that he's got to tell that we haven't already seen?
I mean, for sure you've seen some of the stuff before already in the Rush movie, but this is not an actor. This is actually Niki Lauda himself. It's more of a documentary, so for somebody like me, who's a motor racing nut who wants to know as much as possible, the little nitty-gritty details, this is the film to watch.
And have you met Niki yourself before, and what's he like as a person?
I've never met him in person. I've been to a lot of functions, obviously, when picking up awards or watching my brother pick up awards, and he's been there doing a nice little presentation on stage. And he's always got a story to tell, and he always makes usually around 1,000 people laugh out loud. No scripts, just him. So he's a nice guy as well.
What is it about Formula One that has made it such a popular genre in cinema at the moment?
It's funny, I'm a bit biased because obviously I'm a racing driver and love motorsport, but I feel that it's football in the papers. You don't get that much motorsport, and I think that it's quite nice that it's now starting to come into the cinemas and people are appreciating stuff. You know, there's been the Ayrton Senna documentary, which was amazing. There's now the Niki Lauda, and we've had Rush the movie, and it is starting to grow bigger and bigger and bigger. And I think people are realising actually how exciting motorsport is and what adrenaline buzz it is to watch. And I think everyone secretly wants to get in a race car themselves and see if they can beat a racing driver.
And a little bit more about Niki Lauda for maybe people who don't know Formula One. What kind of style did he have as a driver? And is there anyone now that you can compare him to?
Well, from what we've learned, obviously I haven't spoken to him in person, but from what I've learned from everything I've read and watched on TV, he's a guy who works very, very hard. He would far rather focus on the team and himself to get the most out of it. I mean, when he went to Ferrari, he transformed the team. Ended up being one of the best car on the grid, and that was all down to him. So he's very, very driven, and how he got to F1 as well. It wasn't just a case of I'm a good driver, I'm in a Formula One car. He also was one of the first people to work really, really hard to get sponsorship to get into the best car. And now today that still goes on, but sadly it's not just one or two people doing that. There's hundreds of people. So for people like me, it makes it a lot harder.
And finally, what is his lasting legacy? What will the name Niki Lauda mean in 10 years' time?
He will be the equivalent to Ayrton Senna in 10 years' time, probably. And it's fantastic that we're all here today for the premiere.
Thank you very much, Tom.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey!